Hello, it's Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and I'm back today to work in the altered composition book. And this is Let's Make Together 2025, hosted by Caryl at Free Spirit Arts and Tammy at Tammy Van Antwerp Art. Make sure you get the one that says art on it. It's a picture of her and her daughter. Also note that Tammy has a 500 subscriber giveaway going on. As soon as she hits the 500, she's going to do the giveaway. You have to become a subscriber, and you have to like, I think 5 other videos, something like that. And she's going to check and write down names of people that have done that. So anyway, go check it out. Check out Tammy's channel. Become a subscriber. Let's help this girl hit her 500. All right, let's get to work. So the other day I was watching Carol's altered book. It's beautiful. You guys gotta go look at it. And you got to go look at Delia's. Hers is a detective one. It is incredible too. And then go look at Tammy's. It will just tickle you. It is so cool. So anyway, back to Caryl. She made one of these pages. That's my dog recycling a piece of plastic. Where she puts it over like this. And I think Tammy had one too. And then you can put something under here. Now I accidentally had to glue 3 pages together here because I glued 2 and they were in the wrong place. Well, I glued 2 and there was actually 3 stuck together. So it ended up with third glue to it. So it's a nice thick page. But I would like to put this underneath like so. So let's start there. I'm going to put this over to that edge. Pretty close to it. I'm getting a little too close to the edge, I can tell that. But that's the way it goes. I was finally able to get my ring off my finger. Oh my gosh. I finally had to use this kind of a soothing face soap it's really super slippery. So I used that and my ring finally popped off. I was so glad because it was so painful and it's still so swollen. And I needed to get it off there because it just kept swelling. And I knew if I didn't get it off that excuse me, I'd have to cut it off, and I did not want to do that since it was a ring from my mom, and she wanted to make sure before she passed away that I knew which rings went to me and my sisters, and so it's very important to me to keep it whole. So anyway, I'm very grateful that it finally came off. But my hand is feeling better. My knuckles, I probably should have had them x-rayed. They are a little crunchy, and but I'm bending them now, so maybe it just made the arthritis worse. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I pretend to be one now and then, but not really pretend, but only with myself. So, hence the decision that I probably should have had my hand x-rayed. But I didn't. And I'm not going to right now. Alright. You can see how dirty I got that page with ink. My spongy thing is starting to shred, so it leaves little ink spots wherever it lands. let's peel that off the top. I'm using Fabri-Tac. The reason I'm using Fabri-Tac is because it is no liquid in it, and it doesn't wrinkle the pages. So I've done a couple pages on this on my own, but I knew that this video needed to go out tomorrow, and maybe I'll get another one done for today. I don't know if it'll be this book, but could be. Might just keep working on it till I get done. I'm done with the file folder journal, so the pocket file folder. Just give it a little glue here and there just to make sure it adheres. I know it will. I probably don't need any in the center. But, you know, best to be safe. Okay, there's that. Ooh, can you imagine now? Oh, yes. Yes, we can. And I think I'll bring this one back in. I used it back here. And I think what I'll do is shove this under here like so. Like that. Let's make sure our paper's going the right direction. Haha. Ah, I really want that way down in there. Okay, I think that'll be enough. Might have to do washi tape there. Right here. Tracing around. I should have traced on the white side, but I didn't want to do that because this might be cut, it might be folded at a different angle. So, you know, it would be off if I tried to put the two together. And you can tell it is because this side's longer than that side. I'll show you what I mean here in just a minute. If I'd have done it reverse on the white. Well, I could have put it over this way. That would have done it. I'm probably not even making a bit of sense. I'm gonna turn my camera, I think, so it will film the long way. Oh, I think it already is filming the long way. Never mind. That was a boo-boo on my part. Okay, so had I have done it this way, you can see it probably would not fit right. Yeah, it's off. It's way off. So this is the way that it can get glued down. Okay, let's go around the edges. I'm going to move that away from there. So why do we ink? Why do you guys ink? Do you ink the edges? If you don't ink the edges, why? Why don't you ink them? Like I've told you before, I didn't used to ink them. I did not like it. I didn't like the look of it, nothing. But I think back then I might have been using black to ink, and it wasn't making it look old, and it wasn't highlighting what I wanted highlighted. But now when you go to the brown, it makes it look more vintage, so that's why I use it now. Because I'm trying to go for a more vintage style. You know how we are. We love our style. There we go. Okay, I got some there. That's okay. What I can do about that is just ink that page. And I can ink. Ink, ink, ink. So, somebody saw a cougar just over the hill from us, and it really is a hill. If you climb it, it feels like a mountain. And I guess it is a little mountain. You know, we have such big ones here that kind of like, you know, a lot of states do, but yeah, it is just over the hill from us. We've walked it before. Went up the mountain and walked to the other side. It's kind of a cool mountain. The rock up there is very much like volcanic rock. Kind of like a lava rock. It's very cool. It's very unusual to me. Because mostly we don't have that kind of rock over on this side of the mountain, this side of the Cascades, and so it's very interesting to see it. I found this blue button, and it's been floating around, and it is absolutely perfect for this page. So let's sew it on there. I know, we're going to sew it. So it shows up over here too. Wonder if I should put a button on that side. No, I can put a flower. No, I can't do that either. I know what I'll do. I'll just sew it through this part. How about if I do that? Then we don't have to worry about the other part. Let me get some thinner thread than what I have here. Let's see. Maybe this. Thought about using this. I need to see if this will go through here. It may not. Ugh! Nope. Not that one. This one will probably go through. Oh, it just barely goes through. So this string may not go through there. I might have to just try and push it through the page. Okay. Hopefully my fingers are working right. Let's do it this way. There's one hole. Well, not a hole, but there's a dot for a hole. Yeah, that's pretty thick. I'd have never gotten that through there. There's a super good show on right now. It's an oldie. I got to the part where he hypnotized her and then unhypnotized her. And when he did that, he left her with some problems. That's not going to go through there. Now what do I do? Do I have a piece of tape? I do. It's in here upside down. Look at that. I'm going to twist that around just a bit. And trim it at a sharp angle. Like so. Hope that works. Oh, well, yeah, I want it to go. I do want it to go this way. Yes, I do. I do. Who knew this was going to be so complicated? Well, I didn't. It's just a darn button. Gotta trim it again. The little sharp piece bent. Well, it's still bent. Maybe if I turn this way. You go over there. And poke that through the hole. Nope, can't poke it through. Might have to make another tape. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay. When all else fails, you get out a bigger hole poker. Really, Angela, it's just a button. You can do this, man. There, see? It just needed to be a bigger hole for me. My fingers don't work that great right yet. That's my excuse. Okay. Now, chop that off. Give this a tie. Give it a second tie. Trim. Trim and shred, trim and shred, trim and shred. I want to shred the thread. Shred the thread, man. I'm a thread shredder. I want it to be fuzzy. See that? Fuzzy? That's what I like. Yes, I do. Anyway, after he had the girl hypnotized, and before he woke her up, he whispered something in her ear. And she's a model. This is a very old black and white movie. And she's a model and a beauty model. and you know, makes her live in that way. And when she woke up, she was told she would not remember anything. And so they were going to go have coffee, and she saw a poster of this hypnotizer guy. And then after that, she decided she had to go home, that, you know, something didn't feel right to her. And so, oh, do I need to cover that? I wonder if I do. I wonder if I need to cover that inside so that it doesn't, it won't matter which direction it goes if this doesn't fit right. Okay, so what are you thinking, Ange? I don't know. Cover it because we don't want paper getting caught up on any of the things in here. So I'll trim it just a little bit shorter. So anyway, she went home and was washing her face and trying desperately to remember what had happened, because she didn't remember that he had hypnotized her or that she had floated in air all by herself, you know. And so she remembered nothing. And so she was trying desperately to remember washing her face and in the sink and splashing the water on her face and stuff like that. And when she got done, when she first looked at the bottle sitting on the counter, it said soap or whatever kind of soap it was. But then you realize that she's washing her face with acid. And so she comes away from the washing and she looks in the mirror and her face is all burnt up. And of course that freaks her out, because it would me too. And of course then she realizes that she's burnt, and then it hurts. So that was where I left off. At first her husband, or detective husband, or whoever, I don't know if he's boyfriend or husband, did not believe her that she didn't remember and she didn't know that she was hypnotized. It just felt like she went up on stage, was all she remembered. So, and after this happened, he did believe her that she did not remember. So anyway, this must be a man that did this that is very dangerous to the rest of the world that comes to watching. There, look at that. That looks cool. Now, am I going to be able to get this to glue down? I'm going to glue this a triangle here on the tip, like this. I'm going to clamp it down, like so. I'll show you in a moment. There. So, like I said, that's where I left off. So I hope my husband watches it so that I kind of know what's going on. Poor woman. There! Look at that! Okay, so we have that one done. Now I've got quite a few pages here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I've been doing. But because I have this one so damaged from ink. I think we'll put something on this side too. Let's see if this will fit. I don't think it will. It could go that way or this way. Put something there. Or we could do a patchwork of things and use up some paper. What would happen if we did that? Will it be ugly? I could trim that after I glue it. Or I could just mark it with a pencil and cut it. Why don't I just do that? This won't cut straight now that I have it on this board. I mean on this book. Probably cut crooked. Okay. So, I don't want any of you going out and getting hypnotized on a stage in front of thousands of people in a black and white movie, because it's dangerous. I'm telling you. I've seen it in the black and white movie I was watching. Very dangerous. So, no, no, no. Don't do it. Oh, you know what I should have done on this page? But then I would have had to let it dry. I was going to say I should have done a napkin. That would have been cool. But I think we'll just stick with this. I think this will be cool. We'll use up some paper. And I think we'll take this one and we'll put it down this way somewhere. Oh dear. I forgot to go by the hardware store yesterday. Went to town and got quite a few things done, but I forgot to go to the hardware store. I don't have any craft shops here in town, so it makes it a little hard to find crafty items. We have a store that does have some craft things in it, and I think I told you they started carrying die cuts. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I think I'll go this way. Yeah, I think I'll do this right here. So it's a little on that one, a little on the other one. But I know the hardware store. I bought. I can't buy Fabri-Tac, but I can buy the other ones that it makes, and they're all very similar. They're for different things, but they all work about the same. They do have one that is supposed to work pretty good for gluing jewelry and stuff. I can't think of all the names of them right now. Used to keep them in my mind, but I don't anymore. Sometimes you just can't hold on to all the information. You leave room in your brain for other things that might be useful. Ooh, look at this one. That'll work. So let me ask you, how are you all doing today? Hope everybody's good. I'm good. Can't complain. Nobody will listen to me anyway, you know. You know how it is when you want to complain. Who's there to listen? Of course, that's the best kind of complaining to do, because if there's nobody listening, then you're not really complaining, are you? And then you feel better because you've complained and gotten it out of your system. My daughter, one of my daughters, has started collecting dolls. And some of them are kind of weird. She bought a marionette set, a man and a woman. They're very, very old. They're homemade. And they come equipped with parts. It was... Sorry if that offends you. But I was stunned. She was too, actually. Yep. Come equipped with parts. Huh. I think maybe I'll go this way. And I will cut this one about here. Which means it's got to go to there. Let's see if I can do it. This line to that line. Oh, so close. And anyway, I don't know, but they must have been used for a vaudeville show or something. Is that what you call them? That's the only thing I could think of, because they were quite old. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. Makes me want to make a quilt. But she has some others that are very, very, I don't know. She says she has one. She doesn't feel like any of the dolls are watching her. This is all my fault. I took her to a sale one time, and in that sale, this woman had a room full of dolls. But at first it freaked her out. She wouldn't even go in some of the rooms. But now, here she is, my little doll collector. I'm going to put that one right there. Then I got to find a strip for there. But it was pretty creepy. I mean, this woman collected dolls. She had them throughout her whole house. Everywhere. Everywhere. She had a bunk bed set and an extra bed in one room. And on the bunk bed was covered, the top and the bed below it, with dolls. And then the little twin bed in the room too was covered. And then the dressers, and oh my goodness, it was really quite creepy, I thought. At the time, my daughter thought so too, but now she's collects them. But she likes to collect the antique ones, so she has some really cool antique ones. And so that is nice. I'm glad for her. Glad for her. That could go right there. I think I'll take it up a little bit, like that. And then cut it here and here. Anyway, I didn't know she had so many dolls. I hope when I go out, this is what I hope doesn't happen. I hope when I go out that those dolls are not in the room that I will be sleeping in, because I won't be able to sleep. That would kind of creep me out. I don't mind having stuffed animals in a room with me. They're all soft nature, you know. Dolls, you just never know. They might freak you out. Would you get freaked out if you had to stay at one of your kids' houses or at a friend's house and they had set you up to sleep in a room full of dolls? How would you feel about that? Goodness, I couldn't do it. Okay, we need more. One more. Oh, let's find something a little different. Oh man, that almost fit there. Okay. I don't want it to go that way. I could put a little writing page there. Don't want to cut those two, they're whole pieces. Let's put them over there. There's another piece of green. There's a little advertising. Let's put this one here. Right there. To right there. Okay, cut line to line edge. That's at a little bit of an angle, which I know we will all notice. There. Should it come down into this a little bit? I guess, because that goes up into that one a little bit. So let's bring this one down here a little bit. Crazy quilt. If we put some stitching in it, it'll have to be faux stitches because I don't want to take the page out. But I don't want to do all that drawing around there either. So it's a seamless quilt. No seams in this baby. There. What do you think? Are we okay with that? Okay, now we need something to tuck in here. And I'm thinking we will use, you know, we could put this over here for writing if we wanted. I don't want to. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. We could put in here one of these pictures. If we put paper on the back, then it becomes a nice writing piece on the back. Let's do that. Okay, let me get a piece of coffee dyed paper. Let's see if I can find a rather dark one. Oh yes, look at that. Yummy. This one is made by Emily at Vintage Polka Dot Shop. I have some that Caryl made too. Oh, when I get back from New York, I am going to coffee dye some paper. I watched a video recently. I wish I could remember who it was by. But they coffee dyed. It's a mom and daughter and they coffee dyed in the house with a sponge brush, and they use a doggy mat. A mat that you put in their kennel, you know. They use that to dry their sheets of paper on. And it worked really good. And so I was thinking that that would be a good idea, because I have some of those. And I could use some of them up for that. Because right now I have a cat that has been wetting, or not wetting, but pooing on the floor. And he vomits a lot, so I run with those to put under him when he's getting sick. And that seems to work good. That way he's not throwing up on the rug or anything. I had one day where he was quite sick. I really didn't think he was going to make it. I thought, you know, I really thought he was just going to go to sleep. But now he's up and roaming around, but he's sticking really close to me. I'm glad my husband will be home while I'm in New York to take care of him. Yeah, because otherwise I couldn't leave if there wasn't another person here to take care of him. I would be heartbroken if anything happened to my baby. You know how it is. Y'all know we're all animal lovers here. Look! Look, 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 look! Isn't that cool? I like this. And it needs something over there. I don't know what, but I don't want to put another picture there. Because you'll notice I have one here. This is the page I did yesterday, this and this. So this is a really nice writing page here. And because this is so thick with the 3 papers and the one on top and inside, so that's 5 papers thick, you can't feel the button. So that makes it a really nice writing spot. And good thing you can't write on this one, because you can feel these ribbons there, because unfortunately I lined them up perfectly, and so it makes quite a lump right there. But it's okay, I don't mind. And now a bigger part of me has been considering just taking these extra pages and gluing them so that there's not a whole lot of extra journaling pages, and then I could decorate them with trim like I did on that other. That's what I'm considering doing. Here we got to put a letter in there and ancient that envelope up. This is from, like I said, the Whaler, and used to be the Whaler in Newport, Oregon. It's no longer the Whaler. It is now a Hallmark red something, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Sorry. I've totally redone it. Robin. Maybe we should go rent rooms in Newport and craft together. See if Emily wants to meet us. Yeah, it would be fun. Fun. Especially, you know, if we could go down to the little lounge area and do our crafting together, or just craft in the room, or, you know, whatever. That would be fun. Oh, that doesn't go there. That goes here. Duh. Angela, Angela, Angela. There we go. That looks okay. I have to look at it. I've got a lot to do. I got a lot of journaling cards. Ooh, look at that. Lots of journaling cards to do. I love this. Just a beautiful page, isn't it? And this one, I probably should put a writing thing on. And these are journal cards that pop out. And I love this. That looks so pretty. I am almost to the center of this piece right here. Oh, I glued lots of pages together. Center. So, we need some writing pages. Don't get them all flubbed up again. Until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 writing pages. And then the center is 1, 2. So if I just glued these together, like so, 3 this way, 3 this way, then I could essentially have 2 more writing pages here, and then we go to the center to decorate. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's see what happens. I'm getting, you can tell I'm wearing out on this book. Composition books have a lot of pages. And you're constantly adding more and more paper to it. Okay, now let's glue another one. It's no wonder I'm running out of glue. I must have more. I can't imagine I would allow myself to run out. But, you know, when you're intensely working on something, hey, you never know. Okay, one page, one little page. Okay, there's one. So let's take this one and glue these 2 over this way. Hope it doesn't hurt this page. I'm sure it won't. But then, I don't know. It could. I could do it wrong. I could glue sideways or something and something bad would happen. When my niece heard that I got hurt, which was on the video because I didn't call and tell her, she told me we were taking cabs everywhere when we get to New York. I can walk, Josie. It's been good for me. I don't want to stop walking now, although I haven't walked since I got hurt. So let me just be honest there. I'm still favoring my knee just a little bit. It just, you know, crazy stuff happens, doesn't it? crazy stuff. Go slow around the edges. You can go fast here, and here, and here. Slow, slow, fast. Yes, look at that. Getting closer and closer and closer to the middle. Okay, I like this. I like this idea a little bit better. Yes. Oh, that feels very nice. Very, very nice. Yep. Oh, I glued those together. This one is shaped like a frame. That's pretty easy to do. If you want me to show that to you sometime, let me know. It's just a mitered corner. But actually, this one comes all the way down, and so does this one. And then this gets mitered on each end. Very easy to do. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. That way. Yeah, I think I will come through and do that. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to flip to the back. We still have a lot of decorating to do. Do 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 do. Ooh, we could do another lady in a frame. Not that frame. Pretty, even with the blue. It's just so pretty. Could put a little writing piece in there so you could write on it. Could put one over here with a writing box on it. Or we could leave the top open so you could slide a picture in and out. Put acetate on it. That's an idea. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. What I was looking at was what I should probably put on here. That'd be kind of cool. We could put a letter inside there. Violet, velvet, something. Oh, it's a recipe. But it would be kind of cool to put a little letter piece in there, wouldn't it? Because you could cut that to fit. I'm picking a lot of green. I'll put that back with the frames in. Well, we'll find something later. Butterflies and moss. Layering adds. Vintage elements. What do we have for a vintage element? Here's a clock. We use that quite a bit. Oh. You know, this could be a little tuck spot. Be a little tuck spot over here too. I like it better over here. Let's do that. That gives that page something extra. And I can use this house. I've been wanting to use this house. My daughter would probably say, "That's a haunted house, Mom. Let's go in it." And I'd say, "Okay." But I'd be terrified. But I'd go. When I go out to visit her, she wants to take me to a haunted house because they have one that they go to that is quite haunted. And yeah, I'm a little bit leery of that idea. There, look at that. I like that. Now that does need the frame on it, doesn't it? Could be a little pocket. A little bit of tea. That could be a pocket. We'll just glue it here, here, and here. Kind of like that. I don't know if it goes with all that. Would have if I'd have gone with this over here. Here's a shoe for the lady. Train. All kinds of things. Okay. Oh! Falling on my lap. Yeah, I don't think so. Although it's kind of a nice idea. Oops, I pinned it. Okay, we'll come back to it. So now we are to the center over here. Right there. I have 3 pages there to decorate. And here is this one that we'd worked on. We have a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. And then I put these little seashell things around this lady. Let me show these to you. Little butterflies and seashells. I think those are very pretty. And we'll need to tuck things into this. Then we have another pocket page. 2 pocket pages. Oh, and then we did some layering. So I might go ahead and glue these pages. And then decorate one more. There. And there. And our big envelope. I think this needs a writing spot over here. Don't you? Don't you think so? Could cut that out. That's kind of cool. But I think we'll go with this, but I think we'll trim it down. Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave that in there. And I'm going to take you back to here. Show you the page we did for today. And I'm going to let you go for now. And I will see you all in the very next video. And you guys may see this video today so I can get finished up. Today and tomorrow, huh? That might be what I'll have to do. Alright, thank you for joining me, and I really do hope you enjoyed this page. I enjoyed having you here, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye.